Good evening. Anything that we discuss today is going to be for educational purposes. I'd like to welcome you all to Digital Trading Floor. It's a platform where we disseminate financial data in real time to provide actionable insights using live streaming technologies. So follow along as I navigate the markets by trading in my own account, and hopefully you will learn how I analyze the data in real time to make trading decisions. The purpose of making this video is to analyze Nifty options, open interest data. We would be analyzing Nifty on multiple time frames, and we would be framing a view for tomorrow, that is 23rd February. Apart from the index, we would be discussing our stock watch list. So if we analyze Nifty options open interest data, first of all we would analyze option max pain level for the monthly expiry contract. It has shifted lower from 14,900 to 14,800. So if market was to expire on 25th February around 14,800 level, in that scenario large percentage of option buyers are going to suffer losses, while option writers are going to suffer the least amount of losses theoretically. If most of uh, if 14,800 strike, options expire worthless, in that scenario option writers would be making the profits which option buyers would be losing in a scenario if market was to expire at 14,800 levels. If we analyze options open interest data, we will see that highest amount of calls were written at 15,000 strike, and highest amount of puts have been written around 14,500 strike. So for the near short term future, 14,500 is likely to act as a support, and 15,000 is likely to act as a resistance going forward. And if you were to see what happened intraday, you will see that highest amount of calls were written at 15,000 strike, 14,900 strike, and 14,800 strike. And you will see that relatively speaking, not a large amount of puts were written today. However, you will also notice that in the money puts like 15,200, 15,100 strike, 15,000 strike, and 14,900 strike, they saw their open interest reduce. So based on the price action, it tells us that put option buyers, they have booked their profits, while put option writers, they have booked their losses. If we analyze Nifty on multiple time frames, you will see that on the monthly time frame, market is under control of buyers above 13,758 levels. And today you would have to remember that today two new time frames opened. The weekly and the daily time frame open are the same today. So on the weekly time frame, market is under control of sellers. So straight away we have a situation of conflict among larger time frame participants. That is, on the monthly time frame, market is under control of buyers, and on the weekly time frame, the market is under control of sellers. And if you see the price structure, you will notice that we have been making lower lows and lower highs. So today, in terms of if you see the weekly time frame, you will see that last week was an outside candlestick, so which has range expansion to the downside. So there is likelihood that if market stays below 15,000 level, in that scenario we can potentially trade towards 13,660 odd levels on the index. And since today's high-low range was approximately 375 points, so you can expect market to take a breather for a day or two. And although there should be no doubt in one's mind that based on the daily structure, we are in a downtrend with price making lower lows and lower highs. And based on the daily time frame, we get the following scenario for tomorrow. Above 14,675, we can potentially trade towards 14,862 levels, 15,010 levels, and potentially 15,111 levels. And below 14,635 levels, we can potentially trade towards 14,534 levels, 14,407 levels, and potentially 14,260 levels. And the neutral price range is going to be 14,675 to 14,635 levels. As you all know that today we had a 375 point range. So based on those range, we receive relatively wider targets. So what we can expect going forward is increase in volatility. So one should be reducing their position sizing for trading. Our stock watch list for tomorrow is Jindal Steel, Tata Consumer, Cummins India, and Hind Petro. You will observe that all these stocks, they have formed an inside candle on the daily time frame. So if you see Jindal Steel, we'll look for buying opportunity above 332.5 levels or selling opportunity below 317.9 levels. And Tata Consumer above 623.6 will look for buying opportunity, and below 611.9 will look for selling opportunity in Tata Consumers. Our third stock is Cummins India. It's again an inside candlestick. So below 760.2 we look for selling opportunity, or above 777 we look for buying opportunities in Cummins India. And our final stock is Hind Petro. So above 248.4 we look for buying opportunity, and below 239.4 we look for selling opportunity in Hind Petro. So all these stocks on the daily time frame are inside candles, and inside candles are formed when there's an equilibrium between both the buyers and the sellers. So on the daily time frame, inside candles, they can, if you see lower time frames, these are levels of consolidation. So on the daily time frame, it may be inside candlestick, but if you see overall in terms of recent price structure, market is consolidating. That is, there's an equilibrium between both the buyers and the sellers. So let's take a look at today's inside candles, which broke today. One of the stock was Infosys. So if you see over here, our view in Infosys was if it trades above previous day highs, we look for buying opportunity, and if it trades below previous day low, we look for selling opportunity. So this is a good example. So we would have to wait for a 15-minute close above those levels. So today market closed above our previous day high levels. However, we were not able to trade higher. That is, the candles which closed above those levels, we were not able to take those highs. So our entry was not triggered in Infosys on the upside despite being an inside candle. And if you see on the downside, it formed an outside buy today. So once we were trading below previous day low, once we closed below the previous day low level, we had an opportunity to enter around 1275.85 levels, which is this candle's low, which closed below our previous day low level, so which gave us an opportunity. So this is what I mean by trading inside candlestick stocks. Finally, I would summarize that tomorrow above 14,675 levels, we can potentially trade towards 14,862 levels, and below 14,635 levels, we can potentially trade towards 14,534 levels, 14,407 levels, and potentially 14,260 levels. And broadly speaking, we're in a range of 500 points of 15,000 to 14,500 based on the overall open interest data, and the max pain level for the monthly expiry is at 14,800. If market was to expire at 14,800, in that scenario, option writers are going to suffer the least amount of losses, theoretically speaking. And our stock watch list comprises of Tata Consumer, Jindal Steel, Cummins India, and Hind Petro. All these stocks are inside candles on the daily time frame. Finally, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. Do hit the like button and share this video, and subscribe to Digital Trading Flow YouTube channel. Thank you.